Greetings and thank you for becoming an assessor for the course. Really appreciate you guys giving your time and help to help folks that are going through the course and have completed it. First thing is, when you are set up as an assessor, when you're in the course, you're going to be given what's called the grader role. So if you click on people and you look up your name, instead of role student or teacher, it's going to say grader, and that'll allow you to grade everything you need to grade. I also put in a module here at the very end of the course for assessors, just for information in the process. And so there is a text and screenshot tutorial, so if you need to follow along through that, you certainly can. I am going to use this for just a second because the very first thing you do the first time you assess is you want to click on this link right here. That's going to open up a Google spreadsheet that I'll share with you. And in that spreadsheet, the very first time that you open it, you need to go up to Tools and go to Notification Settings and click on Edit Notifications. It's going to pop up this box here. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to get notifications whenever someone completes the course. So what you want to do is click on this box, a user submits a form, and then also do an email with the daily digest and hit save. You only have to do that the first time, and now what it'll do is it'll send you an email whenever someone completes the form. So if you have one person complete the form in a day, you'll get one email. If no one completes the form, then you don't get any email. But if like multiple people get it done in a day, then you'll still only get that one email. When you get that email, it'll give you a link to click that takes you right back to the spreadsheet. Once you get in the spreadsheet, essentially you're just going to claim one of these learners. So if you would like to do Suzanne's, you just put your name here. And that's it. You've claimed that learner that states that you're going to assess that work. And so from there, you just close this spreadsheet and start assessing. So in order to do that, you're back in the course. You'll click on grades over here on the left. You'll find that person's name that you just claimed. That was Suzanne, so click on Suzanne. Brings up this pop-up, and you would click on grades when this pops up. And what this does is it gives you a listing of all of their assignments, and so it's kind of an easy one-stop shop to go ahead and do it back and forth. Now the first time you do this, it's going to be probably sorted by due date, and so it's going to be kind of out of order like this. So I definitely suggest clicking this arrow and clicking it to module and then hitting apply, because that will put everything in order of the way it was done. And so I just think that's an easier way to assess each thing. Alright, so now we're ready to assess. So you just get started with the very first assignment, and essentially you read through, and if it makes sense and they show that they've been reflecting and really thinking, then you click on complete. I do want to make sure you know that this is a getting started course, and the rubric basically shows and states that they've given it a try, they've used it with their students, and they've shown proof that they've reflected about it. And so we're not really grade this harshly. Like I say, they're getting started, and so we just want to value their efforts and give them some feedback on how they're doing. Alright, so this one is done. You don't need to put any comments here. I'll show you where we're going to put comments at the end. So once you have it done, you click back, and then you go to the next one, and you do the same. I'm just going to pretend like I'm reading all this, just so I can show you what it looks like when it's finished. As you mark each complete, oh great, so here's there's a great couple pictures, which is fantastic. So as you know, you can, I guess it went well, you can submit pictures and text and also video recordings, and so some of these may have a mix of how those learners decided to submit their assignment. So this one is text-based. Oh, it also added some pictures. Cool. So again, hit complete after you've read through and you've assessed it. And by the time you get to the end, what you'll see is all of these have turned into check marks. And so, like I say, I'm just going to go through quickly so you can see what it looks like when it's finished. So for each step, every time you hit the complete button, the ones that they are required to submit pictures would be the plan stage and the create stage, as you guys know, because you went through it. So make sure you look at the pictures and check them out. And let me just go ahead through here. So it shouldn't really take too long to assess this. You're just kind of, again, seeing that they did it with their kids, they've got some proof that they did their planning, they did their creations, that they've shown that they've done each step, and that they've reflected on how it looks. And so here is a great spot to kind of give some feedback on how they've reflected on that. All right, so from here, now they've got all of their things checked. So they've completed. So this is a completer. Now, if there's things that are missing, you'll note that here in a second in the rubric. But the first step is to go ahead and complete and make sure that you see if they've done the work. Now, if there's something that's incomplete, of course, you would put incomplete here, and we'll note that here in a second. All right, so now that it's completed, what you're going to do is you're going to come back to Modules, and you're going to scroll back down, and you're going to click on this link at the very bottom, Scoring Rubric and Feedback, click to copy. Once you open that, you're going to click on this, and basically what I did is I just made a Google Slide force copy, and so you'll click on Make a Copy. This will put a copy of this in your own Google Drive. It can stay there for the time being. You don't need to share it with me because I'll show you how we're going to do it here in just a moment. So what you want to do here is just make sure you put the name of the learner here. I believe it was Suzanne Raxter. And you want to put the name down here, Suzanne Raxter. And then click on, these were all shown, so click on XXX here in this column. If something was not shown, you'd put an X over here. And then give some specific feedback. So just some feedback on the reflection that they're doing, the pictures they're doing, the growth that they noticed, some of the leadership they saw come out in their students. Anything that you think was really interesting or unique to give feedback on, you can give it here. Also, if there's something that was not shown or needs more evidence, make sure you specifically state what they need to do in here. If a picture wasn't working or something didn't come up right, you can put it right down here. The instructions are also on the bottom of this. So like what I've just shown you, replace the name, provide your short sentences. Now once you've got it done, and I'm just going to put insert feedback here, the very last step is all you're going to do is you're going to, oh, I also forgot to take the copy of, so make sure you get that out of there too. So the name of this file should be Scoring Rubric and Feedback, K5 Engineering Design Process, dash, and then their name. So now it's ready. So now I'm going to click on File, Download, and we're going to make this a PDF. So keep that same name, save it wherever it makes sense, and then all you got to do is email that PDF to me, Steve Johnson, and then I'll basically take it from there. So if they need to work on something, I'll give them the feedback and I'll tell them what they need to work on. If they completed, then I'll take that feedback rubric that you just gave me and I'll send that to them and I'll give them their badge and their certificate and list them as a completer. So that's it. That's the process. Hopefully that's pretty straightforward. Going in and grading their work. If you see here now in grades, Suzanne is now fully checked off and she's got a scoring rubric that I'll be sending her as a completer along with her badge. Alright, so that is it. Thank you so much for assessing, and email me with any questions. I'd be glad to help however I can. And again, if you get stuck and you don't want to watch this video again, you just come on to Modules and you go to the text and screenshots, and essentially everything is just listed out here just like I just stated. Alright, thank you.